All right, guys, let's talk about it. The all-new Hyundai IONIQ 9 is here. We're getting a first look at it, but I'm gonna try to tell you as much information as I can about this vehicle. And starting with the design up front, what are we getting with this Hyundai IONIQ 9? It's basically currently their largest vehicle that they're gonna be offering us, full-size, 3-row, family-focused SUV. And honestly, it really fits the IONIQ styling with that pixel LED light bar that goes all the way across here, kind of turns into that, this is a daytime running light, but it, gives a different design towards the ends here because your actual LED lights are down here for your high beams and all that good stuff. Now the rest is, clean gloss black because there's some sensors here, cameras, and then these active shutters which open up to, help cool the batteries and, electrical components down, which is nice. But coming around the side here, you get these 21-inch wheels. There's different options depending on, which trim or package you get. This is the calligraphy, so this is fully loaded. We don't have pricing on any of these, but we're looking at a pretty well-equipped one. So as far as the fenders, they did this pretty interesting design here to give it more of a sleek, kind of aerodynamic look. Let me know what you guys think about that. But the hood is pretty short. You do get storage space underneath here because it's fully electric. We'll try to show you guys that later. I'm actually gonna hop inside because I wanna show you what it's like in the second rows first. All right, guys, so in the second row, they did a lot to maximize space back here, but also make it pretty luxurious. I wanna start with these seats. They're heated, ventilated, and massaging because they are relaxation seats. So you get these nice headrests over here, which kind of sculpt your head once you sit in them. I have it hat on backwards because I'm a YouTuber, you know what they say. But anyway, what's cool about them is down here, you get a leg rest. This is a prototype, so I can't actually show it pulling out, but there is one I can. I'll overlay that. Pops out, so you actually can recline these seats back, sit back, relax, and have a good time. On top of that, they kind of pulled what they did from the Santa Fe. And over here, you get this access from the back here, this nice little tray here. You can lift out of the way, and we have some snacks in there. And those snacks also can come out when I can close this here and bring out this drawer. So I have popcorn in here. But love that, it's very genius. It's really, clever packaging and storage for people in the back to also enjoy if the parents don't want to grab something and hand it to them, which is nice. But over here, you also get physical AC controls, which is awesome. And then these USB-C ports, they've done them before, but they now provide up to 100 watts. So you can actually charge a laptop from these, which is really cool. You don't need to bring the brick, hook it up to a wall outlet, straight like a MacBook or something, plug it in there and you're good to go. I'm gonna close the doors here really quickly because these have sunshades, which is nice. 2 cup holders, kind of like what we saw in the Santa Fe, but honestly, there's just way more room in here. And then there's a nice pass through to the third row, which I'll show you guys in a bit. One thing I wanna open up here real quick is this full panoramic glass roof. Santa Fe doesn't have that. Well, we're opening the whole thing. Might as well, right? Huge, it's expansive. It's not broken up into 2 sections, but it really gives you a really open area feeling because the way the roof is set up, it's actually highest in the second row. So the kids in the back get really good room. I'm gonna fold these seats flat because they're prototype. That's the only thing I can do with them. And actually get in the third row here to show you guys what that's like. So really quickly, these seats recline. So I can actually press a button here and they'll recline, which is nice. They also fold flat if you want with a button in the back to really get, flat loading floor and tons of storage space. They also have 100-watt USB-C ports back here, cup holders, and then their own dedicated AC vents, which is really nice. Now, I think that's pretty much all I can talk about with the back. You get a nice suede in the back. There's also these microphones up here to help keep the interior as quiet as possible with that active noise cancellation. But with that, let's actually hop in the front and show you what you get there. Okay, so I talked about how they kind of took inspiration from the Santa Fe. They also kind of just combined it with the IONIQ 5 in a sense because this center console, it has cup holders, your drive mode selector, all that good stuff, a wireless charger over here, but it slides out of the way. You can slide it forward and backwards. Nice for the kids to access that, the storage situation, but also nice for the parents to put stuff here. Mom has a purse, dad has something, whatever, you can put that here. Maybe dad has a man purse. We don't judge. We don't judge around here. You also get this fingerprint reader. We've seen Hyundai use it in other vehicles. They place it in different locations. This is where you save your personalized settings. Seat memories, radio preferences, all that good stuff. You can set up your profile and you're good to go, which is cool. And then over here, large curved display, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in Wi-Fi hotspot. We're seeing the 360 surround view camera here, but obviously it's got Hyundai's latest infotainment system. And then they did a nice job with the accents and materials here. This is just just accenting. It's not an actual shelf. Down here, you actually get a snack tray. glove box here. Whoop. It's a little lip for the shelf, so maybe I didn't set that up right, but you can put stuff there. Physical AC controls, which we love to see because they know anything that's immediate and is going to be used often, they want physical switches. These are capacitive though, but let's actually turn that off. But everything else is physical. You get a tray over here, another cubby down here. I'll move this out of the way. I put some more snacks here just to give you guys an idea of space, you know, physical space you get there. And then this also has that gear selector. If I put my foot on the brakes, you go forward for drive, back for reverse, P for park, and then your start stop button is actually over here, which is an interesting setup. They integrate it all into one unit, which is cool. Up top here, you get digital rear view mirror, sunshades, obviously controls, and then the panoramic glass roof controls, which I just pressed when I was in the second row. One last thing I want to point out are these seats. The driver and passenger also get really nice heated, ventilated, and massaging seats, and they also get leg rests, which is really cool. I'll overlay a shot of that. I mean, if you guys forgot from the second row, same exact thing. But let's hop on my side and see what you get from the driver's perspective. All right, guys, on my side, let's start with the door really quickly. Really nice setup with the, the door handles here, your 2 memory switches, and then you have your massaging. And this doesn't just do like, the little pushing and pulling and stuff like that. It actually has like vibration and different other, mechanisms. Hopefully we can test it out in the future, but there's supposed to be an upgraded massaging seat than what we've seen in the past. So that's pretty cool. All your regular switch gears here, your nice little cubby with a bottle holder, and then the Bose sound system in this vehicle. And this is a calligraphy, so we're seeing, all the premium equipment on this. But let's look at the steering wheel, guys. Similar to what we saw in the Santa Fe, but with that IONIQ touch, the 4 squares, the pixels, and they actually light up depending on the drive mode you're in. You have a camera here, a sensor that scans, make sure you're paying attention as part of their drive assistance systems. And then obviously that curved display, really nice. But right above that, you get a heads-up display right there. I mean, honestly, guys, it's really nice sitting in here. Lots of room, lots of adjustment. Metal, dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal, which is nice. I'm actually gonna press this button right here so I can open the trunk, which I'll do. And I'll double press this to open the front storage space. Because let's talk about that really quickly. Guys, so up front, like I said, fully electric. You do get some storage space over here. It's not huge, but it's something. So people do want to put stuff here that they're not going to access too often. It's a good place to put it. Now, let's talk about the electrification aspect of it. What's power? What's range? Now, no matter what grade level you get, you're going to get above 300 miles of range, which is huge. On this fully loaded one, the biggest battery, the max range you can get, actually not the biggest battery, not necessarily the fully loaded one because you get bigger wheels, impacts your range, up to 335 miles, which is impressive. 3 rows, tons of space. Let's talk charging though. You get from 10 to 80% in 24 minutes. On the IONIQ 5, I believe it was around 18 minutes, but that's because it's a smaller battery. This is much larger. So honestly, that scales up pretty nicely. 24 minutes versus 18 for a way bigger battery. You can fit more people, get more capacity. That's pretty nice. As far as performance and power goes, on the largest, motor is the most powerful one you can get. It's around 422 horsepower. I have the trunk up here. Let's talk storage capacity. Like I said, you can fold all these seats flat, get loads of room. It's a really big opening and there's no really big lip here. So you can load things in. And on top of that, you get storage down here if you want to fit some stuff. This has that vehicle to load adapter, which we've seen in the past. So if you want to, go outside, go camping, and power some equipment using the vehicle's battery, you could do that with this adapter, which is nice. But I'm going to close this really quickly and show you guys the rear design. I mean, obviously, they care a lot about the aerodynamics of this vehicle because that's what's really going to impact your range. And I think they did a good job of really tying up the back. You get this cool pixel LED light pattern that goes all the way around. When the brakes are on, this will obviously turn on and these will get brighter, but it looks really cool, especially at night. It just gives it a nice silhouette, very iconic. You'll definitely be able to distinguish it when it's on the road. And actually, if you look at it from the side here, it's cool how it just kind of cuts off here. It's ultimately for aerodynamic efficiency because you get good separation, so air doesn't drag to it and pulls the vehicle back. But it's ultimately a styling piece. I think really gives it a nice, wrap up towards the end. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the information I have. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Drop your questions in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.